Welcome to this ocean resin tutorial today. My name's Michelle Tracy and I've mixed just some regular sand from the beach into some gold metallic acrylic paint for the texture. I guess it's kind of like the texture you get in reefs. Well, that's what I'm going for anyway. We'll see how it turns out. And I only use a high quality resin, so I'm using art resin because it has great non-yellowing properties and it's also got no fumes or VOCs. And after mixing the colours into the resin, I let them sit in the cups for probably about 10 to 15 minutes. This was just so it would thicken up a bit and stay in place once I pour it. Well, somewhat stayed in place. And the white, I let this sit for another 10 minutes to thicken up. And using the heat gun to blow out those waves, I've got it set to about a medium heat and a high fan setting so it can actually move that pigment. I did fail to mention that I actually use modelling paste to lay down that texture where the sand is, and then I painted over it with just acrylic paint. Before painting it, I did put it out in the sun to dry for the day. This sped up the drying quite a lot. This is the first time I tried using the modelling paste for the sand and also this actual composition, the layout. So I'm just winging it here. I'm just playing around until I'm happy with how it looks. When it starts looking right, then I'll stop. I didn't really have a plan of what I was going to do with the other side of this sandbank there. So I just thought maybe I need to push some of that water off it and thin it out a bit so that way I can reveal more of the sand and it won't be such a hard line. But I'll leave it for now and come back to it. I'll wait until the resin tells me what it wants to do. It's usually how it works. Go with the flow, don't fight it, you'll never win. So I'm just painting in some thin lines for the waves, and then I'm just using the heat gun above it, like I'm blowing from at the top, so that I'm not going to push it out. I'm just breaking it up a little bit and softening the harsh lines. I am adding a bit of white to the outer bank. I feel like it needs it, but I don't want too much there because I want the main focus to be on the center of the piece where the channel is. But it's always fun, this part of just applying the little bits of white. I find it easy, it's relaxing, and it really just brings a piece back to life. Art resin has about 45 minutes of working time, so I'm pushing my limit here. I've got to start working quickly because I'm coming to an end. You'll notice when it starts approaching 45 minutes because it'll start thickening and you'll notice the resin's sort of becoming unusable. But at this stage I've still got a few minutes to work with and I want to just cover up all those edges. So I'm just basically using the drips that are dropped off for that. And I always have plenty of toothpicks on hand because I know how often I use them. They're so good for manipulating parts of the resin, especially the white. And these long ones, these long sticks are really good for the center because I don't have to worry about accidentally brushing my arm across the resin. Yes, been there, done that. Actually, if you have any helpful tips, please leave them in the comments. I love reading them and learning from them, and I'm sure everyone else does too. And if you have any questions, please leave those too. My name's Michelle Tracy. Thank you so much for watching.